I have never, ever, like, tried to get in touch with a producer, tried to get in touch with a director, tried to get in touch with a showrunner, tried to get in touch with casting directors. I sent out postcards one time back in 2019. Yeah, because it was my old headshots. Yep. In 2019, I sent out postcards. That's the last time I sent out damn postcards. Like, the best way to get in touch with casting is to turn in bomb-ass auditions. That's it. It's to focus so hard on the acting that you turn and make bomb-ass choices that your audition stands out from the rest. That's it. Because guys, here's the thing. Okay, so say you do happen to cut the line and in front of all the people in Actors Access and casting networks and stuff, and you do get to a casting director, and you do get to a producer, you do get to a director, you get to a writer. Then what? Because guess what? If your acting isn't strong enough, you just gonna fucking embarrass yourself. Like, why would you even do that? Like, go up through the system so that when you finally get there, you know it is because your acting is strong enough. Like, that's what the whole system is in place for. Like, for instance, we're gonna say basketball, okay? Now, say that you didn't have to play basketball in high school, college, there was no NBA draft. Anybody could just walk up to the doors of the former Staples Center and say, you know what? I want to try out for the Lakers. Like, imagine anybody could do that. Like, that's what would happen if there were no casting directors, if there was no Actors Access, if there was no casting networks, nothing like that. So imagine Michael Jeffrey Jordan, 6 million people back, trying to try out, you know, for the NBA. He would never get up to the front of the line because there are all these bullshitters in front of him who have no hope on making the team because all they really want is to be a millionaire and to be on TV. That's really all they want. They have no real skill whatsoever. Like, imagine that process. So guys, Actors Access, casting networks, casting directors, all of those gates that people like to complain so much about. Oh, the gatekeepers, the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers are keeping the bullshit out. So if you want to get in, all you have to do is prove yourself not to be bullshit. Simple. And how do you do that? Bomb-ass acting. That's it. Turn in bomb-ass auditions, turn them in early, make great choices, and be consistent with your training, be constantly studying, be constantly analyzing, be constantly breaking down scripts so that they can no longer be broke. Like, that's what I focus on. And until I started focusing on that, I wasn't booking because I was focused on circumventing the system and getting to casting directors and getting into their psyche and following them on social media and doing all of this extra shit. And it's like, guess what? None of that extra shit worked. None of it. None of it. Not a one. Not a seminar, not a following a casting director, not a inboxing them and researching them, and none of that shit worked. None of it. The only thing that worked for me is becoming a better actor. That's it. When I started going deeper into those scripts and those auditions, that's when I started getting callbacks. That's when I started getting avails. And the deeper that I went, the deeper that I got in the process, all the way up to booking, including being a repeat talent for certain casting directors. There are certain casting directors that have called me in 5 times for one show, one season of one show. Like, and I thank them for that from the bottom of my heart, but I wasn't there last year. I wasn't getting that 2 years ago. And that's because I was focusing on all that other stuff, how to frame up and the lighting and the mirrorless camera and how to get the blurry background and do I need blue or not blue and get my 6K, 8K, like I was focused on all that shit. And acting was like down towards the bottom. When I pushed acting up to the top, that's when all that stuff started happening. When I started going deeper and deeper into the work, like, yo, how can I make my acting better? Like, I looked at every piece of my acting, like, where can I put in more effort? Where are the holes so that I can fill them in with some training, with some studying, with some practicing, with some, like, that's what I did. And like, it feels so good because I know it's right and it's working and it's completely working. Like my commercial auditions, like I expect them to go to callback like that because that's just I'm pretty fucking good at commercial auditioning. Actually, I got to get off of here and do an audition that is due in like 3 hours. But like I expect to go to callback because I've put in the work and I continue to put in the work and I continue to work hard to get better and better and better and better at acting. That's it. I just want to be the best possible actor that I can be. And as long as that is my priority, as long as that is what I am focusing on, then getting seen by casting directors and writers and producers and directors and showrunners is just a natural progression of doing the hard work. It's a natural result of doing the hard work. Because if I try to skip the line and I get up there and I ain't done the hard work and I embarrass myself, how long do you think it's going to take me to get back up there again, to get another meeting with them, to get them to take another phone call from me? It's just like, yo, why would you blow your one shot like early? Like, don't, like, y'all out here wilding. Y'all wilding. There's no way to circumvent the system. None, zero. The quickest way to book is to do the work. Is to focus on the work and become the best actor that you can be. And the only thing that has to do with is training. So that's it. That's all I'm doing. And I mean, if you want to see the success I'm having, www.jamestrueactor.com. That's it. Hey.